Congress now suddenly showing a renewed focus on national security in the wake of the Paris terror attacks. A bipartisan effort reportedly getting underway in the U.S. Senate to tighten up policy on visa waivers. As it presently stands, the U.S. allows select citizens from almost 40 different countries to travel here without a visa. Hard to believe. Something the critics are now arguing poses a real serious, bigger risk than the resettlement of Syrian refugees. Joining me now to talk about it, Democratic strategist Taryn Rosenkranz, founder and CEO of New Blue Interactive, and Brad Blakeman joins us, former deputy assistant to President George W. Bush. Brad, is it an astonishing, albeit not surprising, measure of government incompetence when thousands of Muslims with European passports have and can travel to Iraq and Syria, for all we know, train with ISIS, and then walk right into the United States under the existing visa waiver program, and the Obama administration seems disinterested in doing anything about it?
It's amazing that we're not having the type of leadership that Congress is showing now. And the American people are tired of a Washington that's broken. And here we see an instance where both Republicans and Democrats are coming together for the national good. And look, government's main job is to prevent harm from happening, not merely respond to it when it does. It makes perfect sense when there's a change in circumstance, especially on national security, to revisit our visa program. I applaud Republicans and Democrats for understanding that this threat must be addressed, and it has to be addressed in this manner, in preventing people from coming to the United States who ordinarily would have the right to come here.
You know, Taryn, amid the kerfuffle over Syrian refugees coming into the United States, it is arguably, as Brad points out, much easier for terrorists to slip into the country through the existing waiver program, which has more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Are you encouraged that now we have a bipartisan effort, Senators Feinstein and Flake, to close those holes, those loopholes in the program, and that something may actually get done?
Yes, I'm really encouraged. I think after such horrific events, we really need to make sure that we are focusing on finding ways to work together to move our country forward. So I'm hopeful to see this kind of action being taken. That being said, we want it to be a thoughtful process. We want this to not just be a knee-jerk reaction or to, sort of have these sort of outrageous comments and, breed more intolerance and hate, and that we really find a way to both help the refugees and also help to secure our country and provide the important security measures we need.
Yeah. All right, let's assume that they close the loopholes, because there is momentum now, but that still leaves, Brad, the 10,000 Syrian refugee debate. The Attorney General says these refugees can be properly screened and vetted. The FBI director says there's no way because we don't have the data in the database. And then you have the Homeland Security director saying, yeah, we do have the right data in the databases. I mean, who are we to believe?
Well, that's Congress's job, and Congress has a constitutional responsibility of oversight. They're going to hold hearings. They're going to bring in those differing opinions between the agencies. And guess what? Both Republicans and Democrats in the Senate and the House believe that there needs to be a cooling off period and to better understand our national security concerns with bringing refugees in here. And quite frankly, I believe that we don't have the right systems in place to prevent people from slipping in as part of a refugee program. We've seen the Sarnair brothers in Boston. They were refugees.
Right.
And unless we can assure the American people that we can bring people to this country who deserve to be here, then there should be no vacancy in America.
There is an agency, Taryn, that deals every single day with the refugee problem. It's called the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. They issued the following statement, quote, "The truth is there is no effective means to assess terrorists among the throngs of refugees applying for entry into the United States." I mean, isn't that a very powerful argument against what President Obama is now advocating?
Well, I think it's a powerful argument for Congress to do its job and make sure that we do find a way to avoid this problem in this vacancy. So I'm hopeful that everyone comes together and works to find the right solution, because it's clear that we don't have the right solution in place. And so I think, Democrats and Republicans are going to have to put differences aside, put out, this rhetoric that we're hearing, and actually have a real substantive debate about what measures are going to actually improve security in this country, because that's what we all want. We all want to have a safe America. And so I think we need to work and find that.
Karen Rosencrantz, Brad Blakeman, thank you for being with us. Good to see you.
Thank you.